everybody, today we're going to make Christmas crack. You start with a package of the white melting bark and just throw it in the bottom of your crock pot. Then you take the chocolate bark, put that on top of the vanilla. Then you just layer 2 cans of peanuts. I use the dry roasted, which works perfectly. And then you're going to take, you're supposed to use peanut butter chips, but I use 1 butterscotch, and usually I use a peanut butter one, but today, because we are making it for the holidays, we're going to use some peppermints. And you can really change the variety of what chips you're going to use. And then you take 2 bags of 7 Sweet chocolate morsels. This is like heaven here. And you just layer everything into your pot. You turn it on low, and you do not touch it. My hands are clean. You do not touch.
Welcome to Wonderland, we've got it all. Potions and pastries that make you grow tall. Forests and cottages, castles and cars.
It's my last weekend living in Arizona, so to celebrate, I'm gonna bake all of this inside of my car. So many good memories in this heat. S'mores, cinnamon rolls, chocolate chip cookies, and chocolate covered strawberries. You know the drill. Come back in a bit, let's see what happens. It's my like you should.
Hi guys, my name's Jill, and today I was bored out of my mind, so I decided to make some cake. So I made some chocolate cake, which I took out of the oven with my bare hands, and I made some of this vanilla buttercream, which I used to stack everything up till it's all nice and tall. And once I had that, I crumbled the whole thing in some layer of frosting, popped that baby in the fridge to chill, and while it was chilling, I made some of this chocolate buttercream, which I added some of this black food coloring to, so it became this like grayish color, you know. Then I smoothed everything out, and I got this cake comb to make these stripes, but the stripes were too like thin and like close to each other, so I carved out some of the stripes to make them thicker, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? Then I made all of these different colors of buttercream, and I filled them into the gaps of the stripes, and then I smoothed it all out, so I got this like tie-dye effect sort of thing. I don't really know, but like that's what I did. So anyway, then I dripped some white chocolate down the sides. Then with my leftover frosting, I made like a frosting sausage, as I call it. I don't know. Then I made some designs on the top, and I did all the things, and I had my whole cake, and yeah, it was a pretty fun time. So thanks for watching. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.
Look at the time. It's time to make the best chocolate chip cookies that have ever existed.
1.5 cups all-purpose flour. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon baking soda. My whisk is broken. Whisk that together.
3/4 cup brown sugar. Half a cup granulated sugar. Whiskey business. Half cup of melted butter in 1 egg. Plus 1 egg yolk.
2.5 teaspoons of vanilla that I forgot to film again.
Now that's what I like to see. Flour mixture, but just half of it first.
Mix till combined.
And add the rest of that bad boy. Mix, but be gentle. 6 ounces of chocolate. Chop it up.
Should look something like this.
Chocolate in.
Sure, it's a little chocolate. Got a problem with that?
Fold together. Plastic wrap.
Chill in fridge about 20 minutes.
The oven 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Baking sheet, parchment paper.
Scoop cookies with an ice cream scoop, leaving lots of space. Bake 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown.
A little bit of flaky salt. Let them cool. That cookie break, you know? That
Is how a cookie should look.
I wanna trust me, the way that you try.
Hi guys, my name's Jill, and I decided to spend my whole weekend making this wedding cake for myself. And I don't really know why I did that, but whatever, let's go. Okay, so I started off making some vanilla cake, which I've never made vanilla cake before, and I realized I have a reason because I hate vanilla cake and it was gross, so I started over and made some chocolate cake instead. Took it out of the oven with my bare hands, of course, then I cut some of the layers into these smaller circles so I could stack them all up for the top tier of my cake. It's weird for me because I realized that I've never made a 2-tiered cake before, so this really made it a very crazy experience. Okay, anyway, I coated it in buttercream, then I popped that baby in the fridge to chill where I got to work on my bottom tier of my cake. And if you can't already tell, I was going for the naked cake sort of thing here, so I left some of the cake like poking through. It's sort of this like rustic look. I don't really understand it, but it's a trend, I guess, so whatever. Okay, then I dripped down some caramel on the sides of the cake, and I got to work on stacking the cake back up. So I had this fun little tiered cake now, apparently. I also got some flowers, and I assembled those all over the cake, and it looked kind of fancy. I was like, whoa, Jill, too bad you made a really fancy wedding cake, and it's not for an actual wedding. Whatever, it's fine. So I cut it up, and I ate a lot of it, and it was really good. Okay, bye.
Today
Today we're making TikTok's famous cloud bread. And guess what? It's so easy to make. Start by separating 3 eggs. Place just the whites into a mixing bowl. Whip them until they become frothy. I recommend using an electric mixer because it's much easier. Add in 30 grams of sugar, which is about 2.5 tablespoons. Once combined, add in 10 grams of cornstarch, which is about 1 tablespoon. I also added some vanilla and blue food coloring just because it adds a great flavor and a really cool color. Whip the egg white mixture until it becomes really stiff. Place the egg white mixture onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. Form it into whatever shape you want. I did this sort of half sphere blob. And place that thing into a 300-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Here's the big reveal, TikTok cloud bread. It tasted really good, kind of like meringue. For more content, check out my Instagram or YouTube.